know, when you're 75 years old and you've struggled with your weight most of your life and you weigh 232 pounds, you need to think about what you're going to do about that. And that's a medical problem. You need medical professional help. I turned to Laura because she's a real pro in this area. She has the experience, she has the knowledge, and I wanted to lose weight. I thought that the new drugs were perhaps an avenue for me to do that, but I wanted to do it under medical supervision. So I have Laura, and she has Dr. Lineberger kind of looking over her shoulder, visited with me early on. So I felt very comfortable doing that. Rather, I know there are people that say, well, just let me give myself the injections of these new wonder drugs and whatever. But they don't know about dose. They don't monitor your blood pressure. They don't talk to you about what's going on with side effects. Laura does those things that made me feel comfortable. Having her kind of supervise me through that period of time. I lost 40 pounds. But one thing you always wonder about is, well, how about the end? I mean, once I stop the injections, do I then gain all the weight back? I don't think anyone knows for sure, but I do feel like Laura here at TRACE is on top of the science of it. Once I got to my preferred weight, we started talking about, well, what does the future look like? What does maintenance look like? And we talked about things like half-lives of tirzepatide, metabolic pathways by which your body eliminates that drug from the body. And so what we did then is we had ratcheted the dose up under supervision, and we ratcheted it back down to 2.5 milligrams, and then we elongated the period between shots. That's just not the kind of thing that a person ought to do on their own. That's the kind of thing they ought to do with professional help, and I feel like I've got the best professional help possible here. It's very interesting. I think that there's not a lot of literature or knowledge about what are side effects. One that I still don't know if it's a side effect or not, but it's certainly very noticeable to me was that I chew things longer. Every bite I chew 3 or 4 times longer than I did before, which of course is good for digestion, but that's the kind of thing that I think time will tell with clinical wisdom. I told Laura about it and she went, wow, I'm going to start to ask other people about that. Do they do that too? It's a good thing, really, to chew things longer. Tirzepatide is a wonderful drug. It's the wonder drug. We've all seen things in the past with weight loss drugs like fen-phen that cause other problems like cardiac problems. My cardiologist says even if tirzepatide did not help you lose weight, which it's done marvelously, it's good for your heart. There's some other side effects, and Laura can give you the 10-penny medical words for what those other side effects are, but there are other things about this medication that are actually good for you, separate and apart from the weight loss. But and you had one question was posed, well, how about side effects? I've had no really serious adverse side effects. I had a little upset stomach at one point. I called Laura, she called Dr. Lineberger. He called in a prescription for a very tiny pill to take if as and needed. I've had to do it 2 or 3 times in 6 or 8 months. And no big deal there, but I felt like it was dealt with appropriately right when it happened. You got nothing to lose but weight. If you're on the fence about coming in, you got nothing to lose but weight. And your blood pressure will go down, and maybe you'll live longer, maybe you'll live better.